Welcome back to Overhead Athletics. We've actually had a few questions regarding connection ball or a ball in the front arm and front arm action. We've also talked a little bit about how mechanical alterations can make an impact or an influence on what the glove arm does at the end of the throw. So I'm joined by Pask here today, and we're going to kind of look at his throw, and we'll look at his initial throw from 3 weeks ago. And you can tell us how much arm pain when you came in 3 weeks ago?
9, about 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, fast, hard, slow. When did you feel it?
Fast and hard.
So he feels it at a high rate of speed and at a low rate of speed. Where are you at right now? Just throwing today.
0.
0, and playing on the infield the other day, practice?
0.
0. So biomechanical alterations can have a huge influence on athletes' symptomology and ultimately whether they're going to recover or not from a bout of throwing. So with Pask here, we've got him in one of the positions that we've been utilizing.
3 and 4.
Yeah. So we've got him loaded into the hip. Now if you watch this video here that's up in the corner, you can see how he used to bring his arm way up here, out and around, and expose the inside of his elbow and the front of his shoulder to stress, but he also rotates early and doesn't load his front leg properly. So now, compared to what you just saw, compare it to this. So now we're working on the acceleration phase, and we've been doing a bit of this. Now I'm going to have you come from down low, get right to that position. So now we're actually going to work on the lift of the throw, or the lift of the ball. Now you can still see, hey, he gets the ball in, but it gets a little bit high, so then we work on that. So now you've got to get to this exact same position. So we can give him a little bit of positional sense. Don't let me push you down. Don't let me pull you up. That's your spot right there. Now relax. Get right to there from down here. So give him a little bit of proprioception. Better. So it's getting there. It's getting closer where we want it. One more. Getting that ball right in. Show me where you're going to bring it to. Right there. And some athletes are going to be a little higher naturally. Some athletes are going to be a little lower. And what we see here is that, hey, we might want to get them a little bit more down into a little bit less of abduction or a little bit less elevation. But if you notice, what he's doing is he's lifting the ball in internal rotation of the shoulder as opposed to his initial where you saw he went way out and around into external rotation. So it's a big change already. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start implementing some stuff for the glove arm, and we'll see if we can clean up that lift of the elbow too high. So one of the reasons that we've had questions about this is because there was just a video of Corbin Burns that we posted, and it was basically he was doing our IR apex to our position 3 that we started him in. And I don't know if he came across that video himself, his coach. However, he encountered that video. It's just cool to see that our stuff's reaching some of the highest levels of the game, and he's having a great season so far, so it's really cool to see. So let's get set up in that position 3. Now, I've recommended this ball in the past, the Pro Body Pilates ball, 9-inch ball, as opposed to 11-inch ball that you commonly see athletes using. It's not completely filled up, but also I'm looking for balls that have a little bit of tackiness to them, so they don't come out. Now, this is the first way I'll use it with the athlete on their throwing arm. We do a lot of stuff where on their glove arm. We use a lot of stuff where we do it on the throwing arm, but here we're going to use it on the glove arm. He's going to look at the target, big step, and throw. So with an athlete who may traditionally want to do this with his arm, we've kind of inhibited that and made him go from right here. So we biased him into the right position, the correct position. He's in a little bit of pronation. His elbow's the right height. Now he's going to take a big step, throw it a little faster. So now we're working on, okay, how he sequences his arm and how he sequences his glove. Now if we have an athlete who likes to keep that front shoulder lower, we'll set him up like this. Pinch. Now when you go, you've got to drop that ball as you go. Now, they have to initiate going up loading, getting a proper angle of their torso so they adequately load their back hip and their obliques on their glove side, which is the side where the obliques have to contract the most in the throw, according to EMG analysis or electromyography of elite level throwers. So go under the armpit again. Then we're going to combine that with the lift. Go ahead. And I like that throw right there for him. That looks really nice. Now you're going to go from here, Pastor. Down here, the ball's pinched here, and then you got to go. And we'll just observe what it does to his arm action. You got to grab that ball, dude. Oh. So right in the beginning, the ball drops. And these are two of the ways that I like to work on this front shoulder the most. Good. Do it again. And this is easy for him to replicate. He doesn't need this ball, which is $8, $9 online. He doesn't need a connection ball. Those are useful. He doesn't need it. You don't need a huge ball. This is a 9-incher. Go. Drop that ball from me. So if he doesn't drop it and he keeps it here, that's a good indication that he's not getting the proper angle and the proper direction of movement and initiation of the throw of the glove arm. Now what we see at the end of the throw may be an indication of what happened previously in the throw, but this is one of the most important parts. You got to drop that ball as you go. That's better. Let me take you guys posterior here so you can see it again. So now you guys are posterior. I want you to drop that ball and go. Okay, one more time. I want you to keep that ball in close, that baseball in close. We're trying to make a motor adaptation here that then we can turn into motor learning. So we're trying to get him to make a change. So you don't go any higher than that. So you got to get to right here. Go with me. Okay, now you're going to go. Do it again. So you can see he has to find out the movement solution on his own. That's the key. Usually takes about 3-4 reps. Right to here. Drop that other ball when you go. Better. So now we saw, okay, last time he held the ball, but he got his arm to the right height. Now this time he dropped the ball, but he was a little high. So now we're going to try to get him to combine those two things. Don't go any higher than this. And I can put a cue here, like you can't hit my arm. And athletes will sometimes compensate. The shoulder's got to go up. Right to there. Nope. Right to here. And you remember on that initial video, you ended up way too high. So this is something that we've been working on here for the last 2.5 weeks. And you can see him struggling with this a little bit. Now, drop that ball. Yeah, just throw it off. Now he's going to do the same thing without it. And we're just going to see where he's at. And I'll take that right there. So big alteration already. Now go from the glove one time, which we haven't even done with posterior. Just relax the arms a little bit. Okay, step and throw. So you still see a remnant of this, but he's bringing it in. Now you can't let the ball go away from you at all. You got to keep it in close the whole time. Don't let the ball go away. As a third baseman, that's going to be a very, very quick and efficient throw compared to coming out and around, and all of a sudden, we're throwing without arm pain. So you're going to do it again, stay nice and compact. Don't hit my arm. Go. Stay in there, a little high. Go. So this is a movement challenge that he's got to work through over the course of time. Now give me the exact same throw without my arm there. By far the best repetition yet. I'm going to have him do one more so you guys can see it. The exact same thing. That's what we would call an effective throw from third base. That's a motor adaptation that we have to continue to replicate and then add in other variables to make that a more permanent movement solution, which is in fact motor learning. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit thumbs up. hit the subscribe button down below. We got a ton of throwing videos coming at you guys, as well as some manual stuff and some exercise applications. So subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.